A warm good evening to everyone present here. So this is Keerthivasan again. Today, uh, I welcome you all to the Tech Mentor Connect Global Program on AI, Cloud, and Cybersecurity Bootcamp. SheGuards 2025 Empowering Women Securing the Future. Now we are on the day fifth of the overall boot camp, and if you can see that on the day total days of cloud boot camp is five, we are on the day four today. So in this day four, we are going to see Google Cloud Platform hands-on sessions. So before proceeding to the session, we will. I want you to tell you something about the BCBUZZ WhatsApp channel. So anyone who's not following up this channel, do please follow by scanning the QR code or going to the link below that is seen in the slide. And please do check on these two email IDs from the spam box so that any future email that you got from these two email IDs, you can get it in the inbox directly. So please mark it as safe. The first one is bcbuzz.io and second one is the shigards.org. And if you have any queries, please mail to support@bcbuzz.io. We will try to resolve the query. So next, as I said you already, this is like we are going to complete 80% of the boot camp if from during this time. And tomorrow is the last session of the cloud boot camp, and followed by that will be the 15 days of cybersecurity boot camp, and then the last 5 days will be the AI and generative AI boot camp. So now we will be concentrating more on the GCP cloud service provider in a hands-on session. So before going to the hands-on session, I wanted to tell you about some dry theory for like 5 to 6 minutes, not more than that. So Google Cloud Platform, as the name also already shows that it was developed by Google. So that's why it is called as the Google Cloud Platform. In the short form, they used to call it as GCP. So GCP, it is like a pay-as-you-go model only, like the other service providers like Azure or AWS. So this GCP also provides infrastructure, platform, and software as a service solutions to the individual users, to the students or individual entrepreneur, or to the enterprise like companies. So this Google Cloud Platform was developed and launched in the year 2008 with the initial App Engine API only. So why I tell API in the sense, this Google Cloud Platform works completely with the help of APIs. So if you want to access the compute engines, for example, if you want to create a virtual machine, so there is a compute engine service that provides the virtual machine creation services. In order to access those services which is provided by Google Cloud Platform, you need to enable the compute engine API. Likewise, there are different types of APIs that is available in the Google Cloud Platform to access and put it into your code and run it, or to create virtual machines and storages, etc. So this Google Cloud Platform provides compute storage, so AI ML processing capacity in through the virtual machines, and many more. Like you can put your data into your virtual machine, or you can get Gmail API so that you can integrate into your application, or you can get generative language AI API so that you can put it into your chatbot, etc. So if you see the market share of Google Cloud, it is in the third position. This survey has been taken in the year 2020, but according to Q4 2024, it is around 13%. So it is having a huge market, and it is in the third position. And in the second picture, you can see that there are different services that under the compute service, you have compute engine, app engine, container registry, likewise. So I have for identity and security, cloud IAM, cloud resource manager, etc. So we'll be concentrating on how to sign up and compute engine, and third one is the generative language API. So let's see the topics that we will cover today. As I said, the GCP introduction, which we did before. Then comes the GCP sign-up process and project folder creation. And I just missed it to say to you. Project folder creation, compute engine, and the generative language API. So first we will see the sign-up process of Google. First, for this sign-up process, you need to require a valid email ID. So if you require a simple email ID, that is enough for you to create a Google Cloud account. And second thing is the debit or credit card. Same like the previous cloud service providers that we seen in the previous session. So you need to enable the e-commerce transaction option for this also for any online transaction. So one thing is different in this GCP is that you need to have 1,000 rupees in your account. in Indian rupees. If you are abroad or in other countries, you need to have around $20, I think so. So because this Google Cloud provides 90 days of free trial to the new users by providing $300 credits. So in order to access those $300 credit, you need to put 1,000 rupees, and after the 90th day, the 91st day, your free account will be converted as pay as you go model. Then whatever resource you consume, you pay according to that as in a per hour basis. So the last thing is the reliable internet connection. So this reliable internet connection is very common to access the internet or to access the resources that is provided by the GCP or any cloud service provider. So if you are lagging in the internet, your data that you're using from your system, you will not be able to go back to the data you are working if you lost your internet, or you cannot access the resources. So these three things are really essential if you want to sign up with Google. Then now we will see about the project folder set. So this project folder setup is nothing but it is on a hierarchical basis. Hierarchical basis is how can I explain you in the sense? So in your Windows systems, let's say you right click, you open new folder to put all your documents inside that folder. Likewise, in the Google Cloud Platform, whatever your service you want to use, first you have to create a project folder. So you have to create a project. Then only inside that project only you will be able to put all your you will be able to access all your services and perform your operations. So without project folder setup, it is impossible to access other any resources that is provided by Google Cloud Platform. So this project setup process is very easy. Just 2 clicks in the Google Cloud Platform, you will create your own project. And as I said, it is a hierarchical structure. So you can use the identity and access management for who can access what type of project and what type of project resources that is inside a particular project. So you can create and like as many projects you want, like maximum 25, I guess. So within this 25 projects, who you can assign who, like the person who is particular in one project can access only those folders and those resources only. The others cannot access. And scalability, as I said you before, as I said you, like you can add more and more projects to your Google Cloud Console. And compliance and access control, it is nothing but the user certification, other certification will be taken care by the Google. And segregation, so each folder will be separately kept so that everyone can access, so that you can access your resources easily. Like you can identify for compute folder, if you put like 3 to 4 virtual machines inside that, you can easily identify this computer folder is having only the virtual machines like that. And now we will go for the compute engine. Compute engine helps you to create virtual machines, like different types of virtual machines like Windows, Ubuntu, Debian, Red Hat Linux, and all of that. So with the help of Compute Engine API, only you will be able to access this Compute Engine service. So it is an infrastructure as a service where it provides a basic needs for you to support your work. And with this Compute Engine, you will be able to do web hosting. So you can put your application and you can host your application, and you can do scalability also. Like if you can add more virtual machine for uh, specifications. If your traffic is very more, you can add less if your traffic is very less. And for machine learning, for processing the data and everything, the performance is really good compared to other service providers, because Google Cloud's ISO or the image, the quality is very high compared to AWS or Azure. So that is one of the reason, like it is a little bit costly. And security, the default security is enough for us for the learning purposes. So if you are going for an industry, if you are working in an industry, the security will be different, where you have to add some CIDRs and some IP addresses, some networking settings, and all you have to do. It is very, very good for development and testing, as you can see in the last. For development and testing purposes, you can use the compute engine resources, so that you can create your own virtual machine and put your data or put your work into it, and you can do it. Now we can go for the generative language API. This generative language API is one of the very, very crucial part that is given by Google. So the generative language API, Gmail API, and Gemini APIs are all is like a very good products actually. So this generative language API works on a token-based manner. If like for 1 million token, For processing the 1 million token, it takes around $0.015 of credits. So with this generative language API, how I can explain it to you in a very simple way. For example, we use Gemini and ChatGPT. We ask the question, we get the reply. The same thing is the generative language API. If you call the API with the right credential, with the key which is given by the Google, the same thing will be done in the code. So we will see it in practical today. And this generative language API is used in most of the web and mobile applications today. It can be used for text generation. As I said, you prompt, if you give a prompt, you get a prompt as a output, and it can be used in multimodal. Multimodal in the sense Gemini has different types of models like 2.0, 2.5, 1.5, etc. So you can use any type of model. By default, it takes around 1.5 model, and the cost is very less. So for processing, as I said, 1 million millions of token, it is taking $0.015, and you can scale as much of generative language API you want. So this is all about the today's hands-on session that we are going to do. So enough of theory. Now we will go for the actual practical one. So let's go to the browser and we will navigate to the new Google Cloud. Just we will type Google Cloud. So just click on the first option. So if you have a valid email ID, you can easily sign up, because I'm not going to do this process because I'm not ready to put another 1,000 rupees for this account, because I already have my account and I have already do some works with Google Cloud. So if you have already signed up, you could see a console button over here. So just click on the console. So if you go to the console, this is the welcome page that is given by the Google. So the web project manager that you see over here in this text box, it is nothing but the project name. Here we will create a new project folder. So just click on over here. If you don't have any project folder, it will show as select a project. So this select a project text will come over here. So just click on it and we'll create a new project which is on the right side. Click on this new project and we will keep this project name as demo. Okay, and we are not going for any of the organization right now. We'll just click on create. So your internet connection should be good. So once the project is created, just close it over here. Click on the project tab again and you could see the demo project over here. Click on the demo project and you could see the name has been changed from web project to demo. Now you are in the demo console. So you are inside the demo project. Now we will go and create a compute engine. So in order to do that, scroll little down, go to APIs and services. Okay, click on the API and services and go to the library part. Okay, go to the library part, type compute, compute engine API. You could see it. So select the compute engine API. So select the compute engine API. This is the logo for the compute engine. So click on it. So enable. So for this project, for this demo project, the compute engine API is enabled. If you're creating another project, you have to enable the API again. There will be no synchronization of projects resources. So you need to understand this. If you create a project inside that, if you enable an API, it will only work inside the project only. It will not work in the other project folder. So we will enable the API right now. So once the API is enabled, you'll be able to access the computer. You can access your status over this notification also. If there is an error, it will show you to you like this with a warning symbol. If everything is proper, you get a green tick. Okay. So let's wait for the service to be enabled, API to be enabled. Make sure you have a good internet. So if it is taking quite a lot of time, you could do some refresh also. Sometimes it gets a little bit of stuck over there. If you do a refresh, yeah, you're able to see, yeah, it got enabled. Enable service. Refresh again. Yeah. Since the button is enabled, now it is seeing as manage and etc. Now we will go back. Now we will go back again. We'll go. This is the menu bar actually. Click on the menu bar. Go to cloud overview. And go to the dashboard now. So this is the dashboard where you see your project name, project number, project ID, billing, and everything, monitoring resources. Now we will go and create Windows and Ubuntu based virtual machine using Compute Engine. Compute Engine, yeah. You would see VMs, GPUs, etc. Click on the Compute Engine. So right now, I do not have any VMs over here. Okay. Now we will try to create a virtual machine. This is called as instance over here. So create an instance, click on it. So here we will provide a name for the virtual machine, that is Windows. The region, it is going to be in India. So in India there are two regions, one is Mumbai and second one is Delhi. So I will put it in Mumbai. And zone, the zones are nothing but there will be three zones, like inside Mumbai itself. Zone A, Zone B, Zone Z. I'll put in Zone A right now. Okay. And the instance type, you could see like general purpose, compute optimized, memory optimized, storage optimized, etc. So by default, it will take general purpose E2. If you want compute optimized, just click on over here. You will get C2. Memory optimized, you will get virtual CPUs of 208 to 416 and memory of 5088 to 11,766 GBs. According to your needs, you can select the instance type. I'll go for default E2. And the machine type is preset. Let it be the same. OS and storage part, now we will go. So in this OS and storage part, by default it will take Debian. So we have to change it to Windows as we are going to deploy Windows Virtual Machine. So click on change. So once you click on change the operating systems to Windows Server. So let's go with Windows 2025 data center itself, and boot disk is same. The storage I will keep it to 100 and click on select. Okay. Here the pricing estimate you will be seeing, before it was showing around 30. When I increase the storage and when I change the OS, the pricing has been increased to 74 right now. Now we will go to data protection. If you want to keep your data, you can attach a new disk. And if you want to deploy like Docker containers also, you can do this. Data protection. So data protection, let it be default. Snapshots, it takes a picture of it like in the backend and it stores for storage purposes. Let it be the same. And networking, we will allow all the traffic so that we can access the internet. So, and we will try enabling the IP forwarding also. And we will go for observability. Let it be install ops and everything. Let's go for security, allow full access and everything. So we don't have to touch anything over here. Advanced. So advanced, nothing to do with advanced. So we will try to create. If you get an error, the virtual machine will not be created. You will get a error message in the notification. So we will wait for a few more seconds and see whether it works. So the virtual machine is getting created. Let's wait. Okay, let's try to refresh the screen if required. Don't worry, the data will be there if you refresh also. As you can see, the status got updated and the virtual machine got created. Sometimes it gets stacked up if your network is like not that much speed. Okay, and we can see the green circle over the notification bar. It means that it got succeeded, and we are going to access it through RDP. And we will set the password first. In order to set this password, click on the down arrow over here and click set Windows password. This will be the default username. I'll set it. Okay. So wait for a minute. The password will get. This is like the password will be changing once you click the button and once you set it. Just copy it. Since it is an RDP file, we have to download the RDP file. So in order to do that, just go to RDP, download the third-party RDP file. So it is very less in size. Just click on once downloaded. Now click on connect. Wait for a moment. Okay, so there is a problem over here. Okay, everything is good. We'll try to download what is already downloaded. Now we will try to set the Windows password again. Set Windows password. Set. Copy. As I said, the password will get changed whenever you refresh it. Click on again. Click on connect. Yep. Now it got connected. You will paste the password and OK. So accept the license certificate. Yes. A new screen will pop. As I said earlier, the GCP services and the quality is really good compared to AWS and Azure. So if you go for these type of process and all in Azure and AWS, it will be a little bit laggy. So that is why the GCP is a little bit costlier. And if you see the navigation over from one phase to the other, it is like little bit difficult. If you are a newer to cloud, so it will be a little bit difficult for you to get in get in hand with GCP. So you can start with Azure for some time and then you can come for GCP. It is my suggestion. So if you want to learn only GCP, then it might take some time, but it is a really interesting area and an interesting cloud service provider. You will get to know a lot of things inside there. So now we will try to access the internet. Click on the Microsoft Edge. The internet is getting redirected because we have enabled the HTTP, HTTPS and other things. Start without your data, confirm and continue without Google data, continue and start browsing. The theme can be default. Let's go to next and click finish. Now you'll be able to access the internet. Yep. Okay. Now I think the internet is visible to you all guys. Okay. If you want to come out of the GCP console, just go up, click X. You can do normal shutdown also. If you do this also, it will get shut down. Click on OK. So this is all about the Windows virtual machine creation. So once you want to delete the virtual machine, what you can do is go to these three dots over here, click on that and just click on delete and delete. Within few seconds, it get deleted up. We'll try to refresh the screen. Status, it is running. Still not deleted. Refresh it. It's getting deleted. So meanwhile, we will try to create Ubuntu virtual machine. Same like the previous process, would create instance. Once you go inside the create instance, let's give a name for the virtual machine, that is Ubuntu. By default, the pricing is $25. When we put any changes, the pricing varies, and per hour it is $0.03. So we'll try to change it. We will put the location to Mumbai again. So Mumbai, zone in A, and the default EC2 instance type name should be there, and we'll go to OS and storage now. So OS and storage. Now we will change the operating system to Ubuntu. So let's go to Ubuntu 25 version. Okay, let's go for 86 with it. We'll put the storage to 50. Okay, select it. Now if you see, the pricing is $35. So let's try to do the data protection. It is default. Network, allow all the traffic. Okay, and IP forwarding enable. So observability, we cannot do the install ops agent for monitoring and logging because it is a server, not GUI. It is not a GUI based server. And you can see over here at the same time, Windows virtual machine has been deleted successfully. So this is a message we will get. And security, let it be default. We'll go to the advanced. Advanced, we are not going to touch anymore. And click on create. So the Ubuntu virtual machine is getting created. Let's try to rough. No, it is created. So here we will not be using like putty or putty like SSH. We can directly access it through the browser, and we do not want any password. We just want to give authenticate. Let's try to open it in the browser now. Open and just click on the arrow, down arrow, open in browser window, click on it, and the SSH key is transferring for authentication, the private and the public key. Click on authorize. So once authorized, you will get your screen over here. I think you all guys are able to see it. This is my name and the virtual machine name. So let's try to print a hello message to the audience. Welcome to the Cloud Bootcamp on GCP. Let's try to put it. Yeah, we get the message over here. So we will exit from here just with one command, exit. So what do you understand from here is there is no physical infrastructure that is being used from your computer. So it is all from the internet and a very less amount of party file if you are working at your house. So this is the power of computing and now we will delete these virtual also. So once deleted, we will go and create the generative language API. We are going to create it in another platform. I'll show you what is the platform now, but it is integrated with Google. So if you guys can find it, Just put it in the comment box. So let's wait till the virtual machine get deleted. Okay. So it is getting deleted. Yeah. Virtual machine got deleted. Right now we are not having any virtual machine. So for creating the generative language API, we will open a new browser. We'll just type Google AI Studio. Okay. So go inside the AI Studio, sign in with the same Gmail ID that you have did with for the Google Cloud. I have the same Gmail ID. So this is the Google AI Studio website, and here if you go for the Get API key, just click on it. We'll get a curl based code and all. So in order we can create our own API by just clicking Create API key. So I clicked it, and by default, the same email ID that is being synced, it asks for the Google Cloud projects. So our project name is demo, right? We will select demo now and create API key in existing project. Okay. Now the API key has been created. To view it, what we do is just scroll down. So this is my API key for the project, and this is the demo project API key. In order to view this API key, what we are going to do is go to the Google Cloud platform and go to API and go to credentials. Let's go to credentials and see. Yeah, here you go. Here you see generative language API key made to 2025. From here also you can copy the key. So now you can ask me, now we have enabled the key, what we are going to do with this key. So I will show you my Python code which I have written over here. Just open VS Code. This is the code which I have written. So this is the API key. Okay. I'm going to delete this API key. Okay. And I'm going to put the API key which we have created through Google AI Studio. This is the API key. Just click on the API key and copy the API key. Go to your code and paste the key over here. So we have to change the. Oh, I'll try to open the folder instead. So project. Select the folder instead. So this is the key over here. I'll try to remove it. I'll put the new key now. Let's try to what this key and this model Gemini 1.5 Gemini 1.5 Flash model is going to do is it is going to act like a conversational chatbot when I run the code. Let's try to run the code now. The Python error.py. This is a file name I've given. Okay. This API key is going to the backend, and now the code is running. Now let's ask a question like, tell me tell me a motivational quote. Okay, that is thinking, and the one AI's response is the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. Which was told by Steve Jobs, and we will try to add other question. Hi, how are you? How are you? Yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How are you today? I'll just I'm good. So let's say bye now. Bye. And if you want to exit from this chat, just put exit and goodbye. So this is the power of the generative language API. So which we are enabled through Google AI Studio and which is over here. So if you want to see the metrics like how much tokens it has taken, just click on the generative language API, which is enabled. Uh, Go to enabled APIs or go to the library, go to the API, enabled APIs. Okay. So here you will be able to see the real world metrics. And if you scroll down a little bit, after sometimes you will be able to see a Google generative language API over here after some time. So this is, yeah, compute engine generative language API once again before. Let's try to refresh the screen. Generative language API. You can see the four requests, like we have made four requests. Latency was 511 and there was zero errors. Median was 393 milliseconds. So this is all about generative language API that we have enabled in the Google Cloud and using the AI Studio platform. So what if you want to delete the API? Simply go to the AI Studio and select the API which you want to delete. Click on delete and delete. That's it. So here also it will get deleted after a few minutes. And let's go to the welcome page now. What if you want to delete the overall project? So to delete the overall project, what you can do is go to the dashboard over here, go to dashboard and go to project settings. So here is the project settings and click on shutdown. This will help you to shut down the project by using the project ID we got. Copy and paste it and click on shutdown anyway. So this shutdown has been scheduled for deletion on June 1, 2025. Anyhow, click on OK. So here is the project demo. If you want to delete it from this list, checkbox this, go to action, click on delete. And it will again ask for the project ID. Just give the project ID. So project name is demo, shut down anyway, and click on OK. And if you see the project demo is not there, it is invisible and it got deleted. So this is all about the Google Cloud. Okay. So with the help of Google Cloud, you create a project folder. Inside the project folder only you do all your required things. So without the project folder, it is impossible to do it. Okay. And now it is time to say like who I am. So as I said you earlier in the first itself, my name is Keerthivasan and I'm a tech enthusiast and I do my projects. I'm a freelancer too. And if you want to follow me on LinkedIn or if you have any questions, you can ping me on my LinkedIn profile through the chat. And if you want to see my work, like what I've done, like practice and all through programming, like various programming and all, you can visit my GitHub profile. And I sincerely thank SheGuards and TechMeta Global Connect 2025 for giving the opportunity. And if you have any questions, you can ask. So we have like quite 10 to 15 minutes of time. Do you guys have any questions? If you don't have any questions, we can end up the session over here. Guys, if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat. Okay, it seems like there is no questions. So anyhow, thank you for the time and effort, and I hope you have all enjoyed the session and see you all on to tomorrow's session actually, tomorrow's session as well. And hope you guys have a great day and goodbye and have a great day again. Thank you so much and